In my neighborhood, the Boy Scouts and also Brownsboro Hardware. I'm in the middle of trophies here. We'll tell you what the trophies are for. They're really big and huge. I want to welcome my guests who are here today. With me, right next to me, Will Becker, and then Dad, Bill Becker, and then everybody knows Doug Carroll, who is from Brownsboro Hardware and Paint. How long have you been there?
A little over 21 years.
Okay, so it was something to me when I found out that Doug was going to be the new owner. How exciting is that for you?
It's very exciting. It was a long process to get through it. A lot of nerves shaking through it, but it was great, and it's a really great feeling to work so long for something and get to this point.
Now, and I know that you know that because, know this, but Brownsboro Hardware and Paint, local place. They are uber local. They take care of folks, and it really means a lot. I tell people, buy local, shop local, be local. How important is that?
It's very important. I mean, you know, what we provide is the customer service and, you know, actually caring for the customers and what their DIY needs are and what their projects are. I think that's what makes Brownsboro Hardware and local businesses altogether more unique versus the bigger businesses.
Yeah, I didn't know what kind of grass to get. You should see my backyard because my dogs do a number on them. And so when I came in to get grass, the gentleman that helped me was kind enough to say, well, let me tell you about the grass. So now I know all about grass and what I should be you know, putting on my lawn. So, Will, I saw a post that you or somebody put on Facebook. This is the neatest thing, where you take care of flags that are to be retired. I didn't even know there was a process. Talk to me about that.
So the process for retiring an American flag is not, you do not just throw it away. That's the one thing you should not do.
Yeah, that's not respectful.
Not at all. So what the troops do is that they will take American flags and they will actually burn them on campfires. And it is a one last final tribute to the American flag. Hold the flags up, one last pledge of allegiance, gently lay it on the fire, in just a moment of silence.
All right, so if we have a flag that should be retired, Doug, we can bring them to Brownsboro Hardware?
That's right. Either location, both Louisville and Prospect, have one of these boxes.
All right. We have some flags here. When you get the flags, and you will see, well, you may not be able to see, there's a box in front there. When these flags come, because we were worried that we did something that was not right with these flags, should we have folded them, or what do we do when we bring them in?
No, the troop will fold them right before the retirement ceremony. Actually, we had a massive retirement ceremony this weekend, and we had probably over 70 flags that were retired.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, it was, and that wasn't even all of them. And we just had a massive retirement ceremony.
How did this come to be, this relationship? Are you responsible, Dad?
I am not at all responsible. Will is completely responsible. Our troop, Troop 30, has a connection to Brownsboro Hardware. One of our leaders is part of, Heather Isham is part of the family that is the previous owners of Brownsboro Hardware. So it was natural when Will was thinking about an Eagle Scout project to do, to partner with Brownsboro Hardware to bring Will's idea to life.
Well, how hard is it, number one, to be an Eagle Scout? Because I know it takes a lot of work.
It takes a lot of work, definitely. I would say the project is one of, if not the hardest process to go through.
Really? And how did you come up with this, though? What made you think about that? Because I started thinking, wow, I've never thought about retiring a flag, and how do we know when it's time to retire it? If it gets frayed, like, how do we know?
Well, the main thing I look for is if it has, like, sometimes we see flags that have coffee stains on them, or flags that are just faded, or they can even have massive rips in them. So it could be something that's very subtle or something that's not so subtle. And I kind of just got this idea because I've had passion for flag etiquette ever since I was a little Cub Scout. Yeah.
Where did that come from?
I honestly don't really know. It just happened, and it seemed like a perfect thing to do because no one else had really done it before.
Right. Well, we appreciate the fact that you are doing this and doing it correctly, and also teaching us. Bill, you are the Scout leader.
I am one of many Scout leaders. Yes,
do they still need Scout leaders? Because for a while, you know, it was like so many folks couldn't join the Scouts because they just didn't have enough leaders.
We need plenty of leaders. We need more people who are interested in joining Scouts.
Yeah.
Our troop, Troop 30, is affiliated with the Temple on Lime Kiln Lane and Brownsboro Road, and we meet every Thursday at 7 o'clock. Anyone who is interested in Scout activities, outdoors things, achievement is welcome to come and pay us a visit, and that includes any adult leaders who wants to give back to the community.
All right, well, real quick, so we know what to do. If we have a flag we believe should be retired, we bring it to Brownsboro?
Yes.
And then just leave it with the group there?
If you just leave it in the flag box,
okay.
One of the members of Troop 30 will come by the box and pick up all the flags and bring them back.
And you all will care for them?
Yes.
Okay. So, Doug, I've got to talk about this. I've had people walking up on the street to me saying, I got my big Green Egg Fest ticket already, and I went, oh my gosh, are they selling them already? Because it's in August, right?
That's right, but we usually start to sell them early. We release online for cooks to sign up to register in February. This year it's sold out in about 30 seconds, about 60 spots.
Are you kidding?
For cook registration. So then shortly after that we open up tickets for EGGFest. It's August 5th and 6th this year.
All right, it's funny. Chef Wes over there was saying that another chef called him and he's already like trash talking him.
That's right. There's a lot of competitiveness
it's like
between
trash
them.
talking going on.
That's right. Yeah, he's a defending champion. He's won the chop competition we've had before. And yeah, that makes it more exciting, the competitive nature of some of these cooks, not just professional cooks, but some of these, backyard people who just love to cook on a green egg.
You have folks that cook on a big green egg. I got my big green egg from you all. Mm-hmm. I'm not quite as confident. I'm trying, but people cook cakes on them and brownies and meat and, I mean, everything that you could imagine.
That's right. They're extremely versatile in what they can do from slow cooking all the way up to baking and searing pizzas.
Exactly.
Yeah. And we do exclusive classes at Brownsboro Hardware throughout the year, 101 classes, pizza classes, turkey classes at Thanksgiving, just to help people who are not so comfortable with it to get more comfortable.
You all had some kind of class there this weekend, didn't you? Or in the past week or so?
Well, we had our spring demo where Green Egg was there.
That's what it was. All right. Well, you see all of these trophies here. Somebody's going to win, whether it's somebody in the community or one of the chefs. Did I forget anything at all?
About EGGFest, no. Just all the proceeds again go to two local food charities: A Recipe to End Hunger and Kentucky Harvest.
All right, and we appreciate that. I went to a dinner for blessings and a backpack, and when they introduced me, they said, A Recipe to End Hunger has given over $87,000. And I didn't know that, and I just started weeping. I just started crying, but we couldn't do that without you. So it's really important that you all know when you come out to Brownsboro Hardware for EGGFest, you're feeding families that otherwise would not know where their next meal came from or when it would be. Did I forget anything about the flags that you want to make sure that people know?
I don't think so, other than just the fact that you can bring any American flag that you have, no matter the size. It can be folded, it can be in a plastic bag or whatever. You put it in the box and someone from Troop 30 will come and take care of it.
All right, can I say to you, I've never seen this before, and I appreciate what you do.
Thank you.
You have got to be very proud, Dad.
Very proud.
All right, and again with Brownsboro Hardware, the Prospect store, the one way out, that's where you have all your plants and things like that.
That's right. We have a greenhouse on the side of the store.
All right, and I only say that because I needed plants, because it's time to plant. It's after Derby now, and so I had to run out there and get all my vegetables and things like that. Again, EGGFest will be on the 5th and 6th. You can buy your ticket now. Where do we get?
You just go to brownsborohardware.com, and there's a link to take you there to buy the tickets.
All right, and anytime the store is open, do you have boxes at both stores?
Both locations, and you can put them in yourself, or you can give them to an employee, and they'll properly fold it and put it in the box.
Okay, we appreciate what you all do very, very much. And again, I can't say it enough. Buy local, shop local, eat local. When we come back, we'll learn about phosphorus, something very, very important to our community. So stay with us, and we'll be right back. And I'll see everybody at EGGFest this year.